Hey, it's Harry here from Ember. Today I'm going through 5 tips to nail your next interview. There's a million and one things you can do to prepare for your interview, but you need to make sure you get these ones right. Tip number 1, smile when you join the meeting or when you meet them in person. It's a really simple thing that won't necessarily get you the job, but it will give a great impression to the interviewer. There's something really contagious and genuine about a smile. I'm yet to hear anyone complain that when they met someone, they smiled at them, whereas I do hear about it when they don't. And according to the first website I looked at when I Googled smiling, it said, smiling increases mood-enhancing hormones while decreasing stress-enhancing hormones, and it also reduces your overall blood pressure. Now that sounds pretty good. Now, to take it a step further, there is an art to smiling. The trick is not to be too quick to the draw. An instant grin carries less weight. So instead, look at the interviewer, pause, and let a warm, big grin flood over your face. The slight delay convinces the interviewer the smile is specifically for them. So as an example, your interview could start like this. Hey, how you doing? It's pretty average. Or you could start like this. Hey, how you doing? Tip number 2, make sure you show enthusiasm. I can't stress enough how important it is to show enthusiasm for the company, the role, and also the interviewers. Enthusiasm is contagious, just like that smile you practiced. The more you're excited about the role, the more they'll be excited about you. To give yourself a head start with this, make sure you do your research before you go into the interview. Know what the key areas of the role is and make sure you show enthusiasm for those specific parts. For a bonus point, check out the company values before you go into the interview. Showing enthusiasm for working in an environment that share your values will always go down great. Tip number 3, make sure your setup is good to go. A lot of interviews have now gone remote, and whether you like it or not, it's here to stay. Don't let something that doesn't affect your ability to do the job affect your chances of getting that job. Make sure you test whichever video platform they're using before the interview. You may need to set up an account or download an app for that video platform, so don't do that 1 minute before the interview starts. Secondly, make sure the camera is on the screen you're looking at. If you have 2 screens, don't spend the whole interview looking at the screen the camera's not on. It's really hard to engage with someone if it doesn't look like they're listening to you. And finally, make sure you have no distractions around you, and this includes your background. The worst I've seen of this is one candidate having a live building on fire as his background, and needless to say, he didn't get the job. So to summarize, test your tech and keep it simple. Tip number 4, wear something forgettable. If the hiring manager ever lets me know what the candidate's wearing, it's never a good thing. What you wear to the interview isn't necessarily going to be a deciding factor of why you get the job, but it can be why you don't. Wearing a hoodie to your interview is almost never advised, but similarly, if you're doing an online interview, you don't need to wear a full suit and tie. So my advice is to keep it basic and play it safe. I personally would always just go for a shirt and trouser combo. You just need to make sure it's something you're comfortable in and confident in. And finally, tip number 5. Do your homework. You know that you're either going to be asked, what do you know about the company? Or why are you interested in the company? With the amount of information at your fingertips, there really is no excuse not to be prepared for these questions. So first, the company. Make sure you check out their website, their LinkedIn, any news stories on Google, their company values, and if you're using a recruiter, make sure they give you the lowdown on everything they do. The more you know about the company and what's important to them, the better you can tailor your answers and show your interest in the role. Second piece of homework is on the interviewers. Knowing their skill set, their experience, and what position they hold within the organization will give you an idea of the types of questions they'll likely ask you. If you're meeting with highly technical people, you can assume you're going to get highly technical questions. Or if you're meeting with non-technical people, they may ask you more behavioral or scenario-based questions, so you can prepare for that accordingly. The third piece of homework, the role. Make sure you know what the requirements are for the role so you can speak to your most relevant experience. So be sure to check out the PD or talk to a recruiter who knows what they're looking for. And the final piece of homework, I promise, is make sure you know what's in your resume. You're going to get specific questions on each of your roles, so make sure you know what you did and when you did it. So there's 5 general tips to consider before your next interview. Thanks for watching.